Kamusta mga ka-review? My name is Kit and welcome to Kamote Customs. Today, we will be taking a look at the new McFarlane Toys Digital. Our figure in hand is Green Arrow and the Atom. So without further delay, let's open them up and take a closer look. For the accessories, both figures comes with a rounded black base stand with a McFarlane Digital logo, and they also have a bio card and the card that have the code for your digital version of these figures. Green Arrow comes with his arrows, which have a decent amount of paint on the feathers part. This is the single arrow. It's very soft and you only get one piece, so do be careful on where you put it. It is very soft, as you can see, but this one big mold of arrows feels like hard plastic. He also have his bow, which is just a brown soft plastic, so it will not snap or anything. It doesn't come with a string, which is weird, so I'm actually thinking of putting a string on this, just so it would look better. With the Atom, the comes with a 2 extra set of hands, one pointing and one open hand, and a smaller figure, 3.5 inches to be exact, and this is a nice addition to show the Atom's power. That's his literal power, so it made sense for McFarlane to do this. And that's all the accessories that the figures comes with. Now let's take a closer look at the figures themselves. First we have here is Green Arrow. Now this is just an 80% reuse of the Inigo Montoya figure that McFarlane did, with a new head and body overlay, but I guess it sort of works aesthetically. The paint is nice, it really pops up. The face is nice too. No doubt that this is Green Arrow. This is his costume from 1987 up until 1993. But I guess we are more familiar with his costume from 1969 to 1986, mainly because that's what he uses in the Justice League Unlimited cartoon. But this is also nice. It gives this Robin Hood vibes, which is where he is mostly based off. We can see there's a texture on the hood and the body overlay. The yellow strings weren't painted all the way. It's a missed opportunity because it would make the figure look so much better. This figure didn't come with any extra sets of hands, so you are stuck with the arrow holding right arm. The bulk of arrows also fits perfectly on his back. And for some of you wondering what's under Green Arrow's hoodie, well, there you go, a nice clean rounded hair. Though it looks weird, it makes sense for McFarlane to do this, so they can make the figure look cool under that hood. One of my gripes on this figure is that his legs look skinny. He is wearing a baggy pants, but look at his legs. It's not a superhero type legs. It should be bigger. They should have used a new legs for this instead of reusing the Montoya figure, but that's just my opinion. For the articulation, there's a one big problem with this figure. His hood can't turn because it is glued to the body, but his head is in a ball joint, so it's movable. It just looks weird whenever I turn his head left or right. Also, this overlay is a soft plastic. I can feel that it's hollow or there's a space in there, but even if that's the case, the overlay is not soft enough, so the figure still suffers from lack of ab crunch forward and back. His arms can move up and down no problem. It can rotate, typical bicep swivel. It looks terrible because it breaks the sculpt of the figure, but it is effective. He also have double jointed elbows. And of course, the typical McFarlane wrist articulation. His hips can split this much. It can kick forward and back this much. He have double jointed knees. His feet can move up, down. It has a little bit of ankle pivot and toe articulation. Now let's take a closer look at the Atom. I know some of you is thinking of putting a letter A on his forehead and giving him a shield. I won't blame you, he do looks like Captain America. The paint application on the head is clean and nice. I just wish that they used a separate belt to make this look better, instead of just painting it on the crotch piece. Paint application on the boots is good too. At the back of the figure, no paint missing or anything. The belt is still painted too. We've seen this body buck a bunch of times, but they still haven't fixed the skinny forearm issue. Look at his wrist. It looks like it might break anytime. I get that they've done this because some characters wear gloves. Then why not just give Atom a glove? It will only took a small amount of plastic to fix this issue. But McFarlane still refuses. Because it's mostly a blank body buck, it sells the illusion that the figure is wearing an spandex suit, so it works most of the time. Now, here you can see the difference in height between the 7-inch Atom and the smaller Atom. This is actually nice because you have an option to use either both of them in your display shelf, and it adds to the playability of the figure. For the articulation, the head can rotate side to side and tilt. His arms can move up and down no problem. The arms can rotate. He have bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and the wrist moves up and down and it can rotate. His chest can rotate. He have waist rotation too. It can kick forward this much. He have double jointed knees. His foot can move down, up. It can pivot. And he have toe articulation. Now this is a great addition for your Justice League display shelves. I do have gripes about these figures, but the fact that they still look good and simple, overshadowed my gripes. But are these figures a must-have? Well, the answer still depends on how you badly want these characters. These figures are decent, no doubt, they look good too. So for me, I will keep them and put them in my display shelves. McFarlane will definitely re-release these figures sooner or later, and they might even release a different version of these characters, especially the Silver Age Green Arrow. I will give these figures a rating of 4. Again, it's not perfect, but it does not lack anything that keep them from being the character that they should be. Green Arrow still have his bow and arrow, and Atom can make himself smaller. So that's it guys, thank you for watching. And if you're new here, please don't forget to like and subscribe. This will help our channel a lot. And for those who kept on supporting this channel, thank you so much. I hope to see you all next time in our new video. Salamat!